Hello, everybody. Good evening. Rose here. Tonight, I'm doing a reaction to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Hi. So, this live stream is directly after her date with the gentleman friend. And thankfully enough, this live stream was fairly short. She did it on the drive back from the occasion with the gentleman friend. And she's going to talk to the camera and she's going to address some things such as the fashion show. I've been looking around at Twitter and talking to some friends about what's going on with Foodie. So let's do a quick little recap before we get started. So the fashion designer, is it Rockin' Round or Round or something? They got wind of Foodie. They got contacted on Instagram about Foodie, and they have removed from their page and I guess from their site any mention of the fashion show, which is really sad for the other women who were involved in the fashion show. So they removed, I guess, the video clip or pictures or whatnot, and they also asked Foodie to remove the clip from her channel as well. So they're not happy about the whole thing, and they're definitely just not happy. So yeah, that happened. So Foodie also went on her date, and she's driving back, and you guys saw that I was upset because I was reading the comments and I saw the comment that people were leaving about Pete's did a live tonight, and he said that the cats have no food. I did some further research. Somebody was saying that Pete said that the cats have dry food, but here's the problem. BBJ is an elderly cat. She has dental problems. She's got problems with her teeth. And perhaps because she is an elderly cat and she has dental problems, that she can't eat the dry food, hence why she's probably not eating it. She needs pate food, like very soft food, and there's none in the house, so she's hungry. So everybody was in the chat telling her she needs to buy some canned food for BBJ. And you'll see in the live stream that it's rather late where she's at. I don't think any pet stores are open or any stores are open where she can get canned food. And Foodie honestly doesn't give a crap about buying the food. She's going to she just went straight home. She didn't stop and get food on her way back. So the cats are going to spend a whole night without the canned food, and that just makes me angry. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so I can show you guys what's going on here. Let me just go ahead and click the little box because I don't want to forget the sound this time and have to redo it over. So there's Foodie. As you can see, it's really, really late. And just for context, I went to Twitter, and thank you to Mama Whale 7 for posting this clip from Pizza's live. Let me just blow it up. It's really, really short. Just so you guys can see what Pete said. Here we go.
I think she wants food, but we're out. I think Chantel presumably was going to pick some up today, but hey, Thursday Lane.
So that's the clip. So Pete is telling everybody the cats, like, they're out of food for BBJ. My question is, there are two grown adults in the house. They have phones. If the cats are out of food, and I'm sure Pete was aware of this before Chantal went on her date, he has a phone. Why can't he order food? They both know how to order food via apps. Why can't they order food? And is there no other food in the house? There's not a can of tuna or anything else that they can make for the cats? There's absolutely nothing in the house for the cats that they could possibly eat. No, he's waiting on Chantal, knowing that Chantal's out on a date, that she's probably going to come home very, very late, and she probably won't have the food. But rather than be a responsible adult, a caring, decent person, and order food or try to make something for them, he's just going to sit there in his little chair and just tell people that they're hungry and no big deal. It is a big deal. The cats are hungry. BBJ's hungry. Feed her something. So going back over here to Miss Irresponsible, Neglectful Chantal, who was highly focused on her date rather than feeding her cats, this person who ordered a bunch of takeout last night, she could have ordered cat food. She's coming back from being with a married man, because yes, that happened too. She revealed in the live that the guy she's seeing is married with kids. There she is, just wanting to be a bad girl, so she's going to be a bad girl. So let's get to, shall we?
Hey, Spam. Hi. How are you? Dolly, you weren't first. You say never mind. Damn it, Spam. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Oh, here it comes. Sorry, my fucking wig. I like this wig, but okay. Roman, why don't you never invite me over when I'm in Gatineau, you friggin' bum. I'm waiting to take a ferry. Am I in the right spot? I mean, I don't even know. I'm waiting to take a ferry, and I don't know how to... I think that's the ferry coming now. I'm scared. Hi, J-Boy!
Oh, God.
Alexa, chaperone Sherry!
You know, Chantal, you can cut it out with the shrieking voices, okay? That's so annoying.
Hey, Brooke, I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. Tara... Hi. She's gonna drive off the boat. Hi, Ashley! So, there's been a bit of drama. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about it.
They don't. Turn off the camera.
Just wait, I gotta pay the guy. Message vendredi, dire que peut-être dimanche on fait... I don't know how to address it. How come? Are we moving? Why does it feel like we're not moving? I feel really like weird vertigo because of this. All right, so I was asked to remove the fashion show video because I'm not supposed to use Guylain's image without her permission, and not just that. Apparently FFG, I didn't even know in her video, I think insulted her and was just really like bullying towards the other models and just causing a lot of shit. And basically, you know what? Shit all over a really good thing. So thank you, FFG. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to totally give only her shit because it's my fucking fault for not keeping my big fucking mouth shut and not keeping things to myself.
And you know your reputation, Foodie. You know how much people don't like you. And you're right. You should have kept your mouth shut. But you couldn't help it, could you? The narcissist in you just couldn't keep quiet. You could have done the fashion show for the designer and nobody would have been the wiser. Nobody would have known. But you had to open your mouth. You had to say something. You had to tell the audience that you're going to be walking down a runway, that you're going to be a model. And you said the designer, and everybody found out. You came on camera and you said that you told the designer that you had a problematic reputation. And you also said that the designer didn't care. Well, apparently they do care very much. See, this is what comes from being a train wreck on YouTube, a very public train wreck. Very public. You know, working overtime to be the most hated vile person on YouTube. You know, there are repercussions for being the train wreck. And this is one of them. If you want to do something off of YouTube that involves a company or a brand that is not yours, those people are going to be contacted. You should have learned your lesson long ago when you were under Coldest Water Bottle. Remember that? I remember that. Coldest Water Bottle, they made it their business to go all over YouTube and sponsor different YouTubers, and you were one of them. But then they got clips of things you were doing on YouTube, and you have the honor, the distinction of being the only person that got fired from Coldest Water Bottle twice for bullying. And then how did you handle it? You went against Coldest Water Bottle, and you were trash talking them. And by doing that, you guaranteed that nobody else would want to sponsor you on YouTube. Pretty sad that there are smaller channels that have sponsorships, but you as a big channel, you have none, because nobody wants to get behind your nasty reputation or have you associated with their brand. And it would seem the same thing is happening with the fashion designer. I don't know exactly what you told them, if anything. Maybe you told them that you're got a big channel on YouTube, that you are problematic, but you got a large audience. Maybe the fashion designer thought because you're a big YouTuber, the place would be packed, standing room only, and then barely anybody showed up. And worse, after the event was over, they got a bunch of negative flack. I feel bad for the fashion designer. I do, because all they want to do is design clothes for other people to wear. That's their passion. I hope in the future that they vet their models a lot more carefully. They don't just accept people without looking into their background. I wish they would have looked into yours before putting you in the show, for the sake of their brand and also for the other models who took part in the show. So there's that.
Because all of this could have been avoided if I had just not really announced that I was going to be in any fashion shows, right? Because people could have looked up where it was. It was on the website. That's public information. So it's just kind of a perfect shitstorm of just unfortunate events. It's unfortunate that she had to do that. And I guess, I don't know. Helen is pissed off about it. I don't know the whole details about it. I think she said something publicly, but I haven't even had time to go look what she said about it. So I'm not even too sure, to be quite honest. Thank you. Yeah, I know you want me, but I'm just joking.
Nobody wants you.
I just have to, like, personally for me, I don't give a fuck what people say about me.
Street, Ottawa 35.
But not.
Yeah, see, the thing is, you don't care about your own bad reputation. But once you step off of YouTube and you start dealing with people in the real world, people who work because they have a dream, they have a passion for something, to the point where they make a brand, they make a product or a service or a company, and all they're trying to do is build it. Once you step off of YouTube and you start dealing with the real world and the people in it, they care about what they're building. You go wandering out of your pasture into other people's farms, start eating their grass, it matters. It absolutely matters. You should at least be kind and not bring your trash to somebody else's backyard and make them deal with the aftermath of it, which is what's happening with this designer. Again, I feel bad for them, but I wish they would have vetted their models a little bit more carefully. I'm sure they'll be doing that in the future, but you caused all this by opening your mouth. You caused all this by your bragging. Again, if you would have done it, kept your mouth shut, nobody would have known. They wouldn't be dealing with all this crap.
Not everyone is like that. Some people are sensitive.
Into Ottawa Regional Road
Some people do feel bullied, and you know, I don't think that's so. Anyway, let me just get to a good spot here. I haven't had a coffee today. I need a coffee.
Take the next right onto Ottawa Regional Road 174.
Oops. Okay, I'm going home now. 174. Here we go. So let me just pull over like a little bit.
Continue on Ottawa Regional Road 174 for 12 kilometers.
12 kilometers. Okay. So I'm just going to drive and talk, and then I'll address all your questions and everything after. I haven't smoked, obviously, because I'm out. I don't smoke when I'm out anymore, period, unless it's like I'm going to be gone for like a day or whatever. But so yeah, this guy actually is. No, I was actually, he's like kind of staying, he's kind of like living at a hotel. So I didn't rent a hotel really. So yeah, it wasn't a rental. It was, yeah. So it's, cause the guy actually isn't like, he's from here, but he comes back and forth between Gatineau and Toronto and does like construction work and like different work like that, like contract work. So, but I have been talking to him for a little while, so I got familiar with him and everything. First time meeting him, and lives in a hotel for now. He's going back to Toronto next week. Wanted to go out, wanted to take me out, so that was cool. So we went out to like a pub downtown, and since losing, I know I'm still not skinny queen or anything, but I'm telling you, my stamina since losing even, let's say a good 50 pounds, I've been able to keep off 50, 60 pounds.
But you haven't though. Foodie, listen, let's be real. You've been binging a lot. You've been eating fast food a lot. You've not been eating healthy food. You've not been exercising. You've not even been walking. Listen, I am not to your size. I'm about 127 pounds. Okay? I'm a bit smaller than you. It's not me fat shaming you. That's just facts. And I'll sit there and I will get on an exercise bike and I will ride hard for about an hour and burn about, I don't know, 1,000 calories or so. And after I'm done, I'm dripping in sweat. And I can't lose weight that fast. And I'm older than you. And I went through menopause years ago. Okay? So how in the world are you losing weight if you're over there binging on fast food 3 or 4 times a day and you're not exercising? You don't do any activity. Just walking across the room makes you winded. How are you burning all of these calories? How are you losing all this weight? It's not possible. It is not possible. Ma'am, no, it is not possible. What do you mean you're keeping 50 pounds off? Not being rude here, but you did a live stream today where you showed yourself in a shirt that the buttons were about ready to pop off. You're not getting smaller. You're getting bigger. You're getting much bigger. I don't know your exact weight, but if I had to take a guess, it's somewhere in the 500s. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. I mean, you are short. You're about, what, 5 foot? I'm 5'4". And I do know as a short person that a little bit of a weight gain looks like a lot more just because you are short. But you're not doing any activity to burn off the pounds you already have at all. You're not eating healthy food. You're not getting your sleep. You're not able to lose weight unless you take care of yourself, and you've not been doing that. So please stop lying to the audience. We're not dumb.
Let's say 60. I've been able to keep off 60 pounds.
You're not.
No, let's do 50. That, I'm able to walk around. Like, I was able to do things since I'm back on my medication too that I couldn't do with my anxiety like previous.
How are you back on your medication if you've not been to the doctor to get your medication? You need a script from a doctor. So how are you getting these scripts without a doctor's notice? How is that possible? You need to go to the doctor to get a prescription. You haven't been to the doctor, so who is your doctor? Dr. Feelgood?
Obviously, like, there's a parking garage downtown in the Byward Market. Do you know how many friggin' years I've avoided the Byward Market just because of the parking garage? I have a phobia of parking garages. If you have really bad anxiety disorder, I think you'll get what I mean. Maybe not.
But you don't have any disorders. I mean, you do have some, but you diagnose yourself, so you can't say for sure you have disorders.
But I find being medicated, I'm able to do things like that more, like go in parking garages. I find just they're dizzying. I'm a paranoid. I have this irrational fear of not being able to find my way out. And I panic very easily, and I'm like, how come it's going in a circle? And sorry, the median. And then there's just if there's anything that can go wrong, it seems like a parking garage would be the perfect place for it. So I avoid them if I can. And but
I really don't want to hear her diagnose herself and talk about having different disorders, because she has them when it's convenient. She has them on camera, but she doesn't have them off camera. Example, Foodie talked about being anxious around people. If y'all remember the Cuba stream, she was around people just fine. Right? Wasn't she? She was. No problem. I don't want to hear her talk about disorders. If she wants to go to a doctor and have them check her out and they say she's got this, she's got that, then I'll accept that. But I'm not accepting her diagnosing herself, because we all know she's a victim for pay, a victim for views. She's a victim of everything. According to Foodie, she's suffering from everything, but yet she's never been to a doctor so they can confirm it.
Tonight, and plus there's a lot of walking, right? So when I wasn't able to walk around a lot,
you still can.
Parking garages, usually they're just kind of placed centrally downtown, and then you got to walk around everywhere. And honestly, for me, it used to be really hard. So now we found a parking garage, no problem. We walked a little bit, and and yeah, so I had to explain. I sleep with a machine, and I don't like sleeping out, so I'm going home. So that's why I'm going home right now. That's how I am. I don't like to sleep out usually. So, I had a really nice time. This guy, he's Kurdish, so. And
so she's making excuses why she's not spending the night with her friend, when she spent plenty of nights with Natter without her CPAP machine, which she needs to breathe, but she's gone plenty of times without using it.
But yeah, I had a really nice.
I'm not saying that's a safe thing to do. It's not safe. It's dangerous and stupid, but she has done it.
Time had a blackened chicken salad, Caesar salad, but he didn't really understand the menu, so he ordered that for himself too, but there was bacon on it, and then I was like, oh no. So he had to order it another time. So he explained to me, he said, it's not about if the man or the woman makes more money. It doesn't matter. The man, even if he makes less money than you, should be paying for your meal. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. He's like, and you should never, ever tell anybody how much money you ever make, ever. So I had a really nice time. Really, really, really nice.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Foodie can't help but throw that out there right away with a guy. She's not concerned about getting along with the guy or finding out who he is and what his life is about. She immediately throws out there, I'm a big YouTuber and I make lots of money on YouTube. She uses the fact that she's making YouTube money as bait. And she's looking for guys that will take the bait, so she can wiggle her way into their lives and control them.
Next time, this is TMI, but I'm like 4 times. So yeah, Anyway, okay, so aw. Anyway, I'm not in love. I can't tell you.
What is she trying to say? Is she trying to say that her and the gentleman friend did the dirty 4 times? Foodie, if you did something like that 4 times, you wouldn't be able to walk. You get winded just walking down the stairs. And I'm looking at you right now. You do not have the look of a woman who had sex 4 times. Sorry, you just don't. Why are you lying?
Tell you the amount of freedom I feel just being able to just go out on these dates with these men and you know,
Not dates. Let's use the correct terminology, Foodie, if we're going to use it. They're not dates. You're not interested in getting to know them. You've never seen him before. And you met him in a hotel room. It's not a date. That's a hookup. It's okay to say it. Just say it's a hookup. Say it's a booty call. That's what it was. It was a booty call. You didn't know him. You met up with him in a hotel room. Allegedly, you guys got your groove on 4 times. Then you went out to dinner. And then he's going back to Toronto. And he's married. And he's got kids. So how can you date a married man? You never date a married man. There's no dating there. There's no end with a relationship. You're just a hookup. If you're seeing a married man, it's just a hookup. It'll always be a hookup. Somebody else already has the ring. Somebody else already owns the property, and you're a trespasser.
just, or even just whatever I feel like doing, you know? Now, yeah. What was I gonna say? I miss my cats. Big time.
No, you don't. You don't miss the cats. Pete's called you out for leaving the house without leaving proper food for BBJ. You don't miss them. You don't care about them. See, that's another fraud you're trying to sell to your audience. Oh, I'm a cat mom. I love my cats. Look, I'm petting them. Do more than pet them. Care for them properly, or give it to somebody who will.
In 3 kilometers, use the right 2 lanes to take the Ottawa Regional Road 55 exit toward Jeanne d'Arc.
Okay. I miss you guys!
No, you
I
don't.
can't wait to squeeze their freaking heads together. So, anyways, what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah, what we were talking about before all this. This is like all I care about, apparently. Anyway, so I had a really nice night, but I want to say, I know a lot of people think I should be prioritizing other things. I agree with you. What I need to do is find a good balance. Like, I don't feel like I should eliminate completely things that I like from my life, like dating and stuff like that. But I have to give it less priority, for sure. And, that's how, like, I don't know. I'm just really avoidant.
That's the story of your life. Avoidance. Avoidance, escapism, deflection, running away from things that you need to do and running to things you shouldn't be doing.
Anyway, so that's the drama with the whole thing. I think that's really fucking too bad. You know? It's just really too bad that, like, I'm not able to, like, announce that I'm gonna be in a fashion show without people fucking possibly, or just one person actually, possibly wanting to purposely ruin it for what reason? Just to be funny?
You know, Chantal, if you did a fashion show and you opened your mouth about it publicly on your channel, that should be a life lesson to you. That although you want to live your life in a trashy way, and if you want to have a trashy reputation, you should be by yourself. because other people out in the real world doing their thing, making their dreams happen, pursuing their passions, they want nothing to do with a trashy person with a trashy reputation. You want to be a big pile of trash, keep it in your corner. Nobody else wants to be near it because they don't want to smell it and they don't want to be associated with it.
The
I don't
Ottawa
know.
Regional Road 55 exit toward John Dark.
So, yes, I'm at fault for not being more private, but just because you can show up somewhere and just because I announced that I was going to
Use
be
the
in
right two
something,
lanes to
actually,
take the Ottawa Regional Road 55 exit.
shut up. At first, I don't even think I did, and then Monty was like,
In 400
she's gonna be
meters,
in Rock
turn
and
left
Roll.
onto Jean D. Arc Boulevard
Like,
North,
why do you
Ottawa
have
55.
to just be a fucking asshole and just really just dig it in there, you know? Just because you can, right? May as well be a shit human just because you can.
Turn left
Why
onto
not?
Jean D. Arc Boulevard
Why
North,
not?
Ottawa 55.
So, I don't know. Someone got really upset about the whole ordeal and just found, like, you know, like, this Guylaine is a very nice lady and just has this positive message and had a really, you know, just she was as a bigger woman and she was just looking to spread the, like, she was doing Rock and Roll a favor because,
Continue
like, you
on
know,
Jean
she's
d'Arc
like
Boulevard North for 800 meters.
the image for them, and then, you know, she gets bullied or whatever at this event or feels bullied, you know, and like, I don't know why that's funny that people find that people feel bullied, like, you know, like that's just very dismissive of people to be like, oh well, what a fucking wuss, like, you know, like you can't, why are you can't say how people feel, it's not up to
At the
you,
roundabout,
you
take
know.
the second exit onto Jean D. Arc Boulevard South, Ottawa Regional Road 55.
So that's it. I mean, yeah, that was it. And so, I mean, I took mine down because I was asked to, probably because of that, her being in the video, you know, and which I didn't even really think. Maybe she does, like, you know, she's kind of a celebrity. So, I mean, I'm just having her in my video without even asking. I didn't, you know, of course, I didn't even think about that. But I don't know.
You know, I don't know if the designer wanted Foodie to take the video down because she was in the video, or perhaps she just did not want to be associated with Foodie. You know, she did not want that linked to her image nor her brand. And if that's the reason why the designer did that, I completely understand. You know, if you're someone and you have a passion for designing clothes for women, for bigger women, you know, you're trying to do something positive, you don't want anything dirty being associated with your brand or your message or what you're trying to do. And Foodie brings a whole lot of negativity to the table that I'm sure no designer, no brand, no company wants to deal with or should have to deal with.
Like, I don't know what to say about it. I just really just think it's fucking too bad, you know? So, that's what crashing is. I guess you just have to just... I'm sure if I had known she would have been a total asshole, I would have asked her to leave because, you know, just based on how it's affecting other people. I remember Jack Douglas Beezer saying that in a super chat. That's exactly the problem. You know, it's not just about me, FFG. This is not just fucking YouTube, okay? This is bigger than that. So, yeah, you fucking showing up and being a complete fucking bully asshole to appease your...
You know what, Foodie? You're trying to put off this image of caring for other people. You don't care for other people. All you cared about was getting your 5 minutes in the spotlight and being able to come back on your live stream in front of your viewers and say, I'm a model now. If you cared anything about the designer, about the other models in the show, you would have canceled going to the show. You would have canceled walking. You would have had a moment of clarity and thought to yourself, oh crap, everybody on YouTube knows that I'm going to be in this show. And there's going to be negative press for the designer, for the other models, for this positive message maybe the best thing to do would be to cancel so that they don't get any kind of backlash because they don't deserve it. But you didn't do that. You went regardless, knowing what was going to happen, and you didn't care. All you cared about was walking on that runway.
Come home.
Fans or whatever the fuck, you feel good about yourself, I don't know. But you're basically a piece of crap. So, I hope you're happy. Whatever. I'm sure that's your... I gotta park properly, right? And be considerate.
Yeah, because the last time you got yelled at by a neighbor for not parking right.
Can you park in the lines? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I left her more room.
Yeah, that's a curious question. SJM says, why did you need the GPS to take you right to your house? Yeah, I'm curious about that too. She's driving home. Why does she need the GPS for that?
No, my band. They didn't say I was banned, but I don't know. I mean, but I heard she's going to take legal action possibly against FFG, so I don't know. That's out of my hands. No, it wasn't Guylaine who reached out. Yeah, they did. Hey, Ashton. Hey, Miss Holly. Why did they make you take down their video? Because Guylaine was in it. I don't know Flaubera. I don't know the whole details. I didn't talk to her. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently she was really upset about it. I don't know. But I tried messaging her on Instagram to explain, like to be like, is there any way we can smooth it over? You know? And yeah, that's it. That's all. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. Emerald! I mean, I could, but... Did you get a free book? No. I'm not a beezer. I just crush a lot. Hello. Not me. I don't think I'm getting sued. Or somebody... Or maybe... Or no, she was... I don't know if she was... I don't know. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't know anything. Like, all I know is, like, that. And then I was like, yeah. Can you go in on the lawsuit? What? Hi, Layla! You're drunk? Chantal, you need a lawyer. Not me. I know. I need a lawyer for sure. Without her permission. So, I mean, I just asked, can I film? And they said yes. So, whatever. Hi, Northern. I get her being pissed about FFG, but using her image, is she like, yeah, I don't know. Then they shouldn't have let people film. Yeah. I just think that they're like a little freaked out because they're maybe not used to the negative exposure. But I mean, if you're a celebrity, wouldn't you be used to that? Like, it wouldn't, especially like one promoting positive body image, like, wouldn't you be used to people being a fucking asshole? And anything, like, fucking, I don't know, I'm used to it. So I'm not surprised. But, I don't know. Yeah. She's giving away 2 of her books. I don't know if that could have anything to do with it. It could have been, yeah, it could have been like just because it was just like, you know, maybe like a really professional like career thing for her. And then it was just like, seemed like it was just made a fucking mockery of, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, really, to be honest. I don't know if it really was public. I think it was like a...
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that. So this event, it was sort of public, wasn't it? And there were people filming there. So how can the designer go after somebody for filming when there were a bunch of people filming and she gave Foodie permission to film?
I don't know. Well, it wasn't a public... Yeah. People judge fashion. I mean, it's a small thing, right? So it's not like a... FFG wasn't invited and shouldn't have been there, period. No, especially if she just wanted to cause trouble. You know what I mean? There were foul messages posted on their website.
So Rat says, Chantal, did you get the cat food? BBJ is starving. So we just saw her drive from where she was back home. Did y'all see her stop at the store to get cat food? No. She was in the car and she just came straight home, which means BBJ is not going to have any moist food, which means she's going to be hungry tonight.
Well, they did say that they got, they were getting trolled or whatever. And they talked about that and how they like...
And before you say, Chantal, oh, they have food, let's listen to this one more time.
I think she wants food, but we're out. I think Chantal presumably was going to pick some up today, but hey, Thursday Lane.
So there, he said it. He didn't say we're out of wet food. He said we're out of food, period. He didn't specify, oh, we're out of one kind of food, but not the other. He said they're out of food.
Could deal with that because like they just fucking block, ignore, whatever. Like, you know, there's like absolutely zero fucking reason for them to be harassed. None at all. You know what I mean? Yes, rats. And I fed them before I left. And they
Then why are they hungry?
have lots of crunchies. BBJ cries all day. She's old.
Okay, this is a bold-faced lie right here, saying that BBJ cries all day. I've been watching Chantal long enough. She's at home most of the day, is she not? In front of her camera. BBJ's an elderly cat, and she's quiet. And the only time I've seen BBJ cry is when she's very, very hungry. She's not a noisy cat. Some cats are very vocal. I have a roommate, his cat Lima. She's vocal. She talks to me all the time. But she's a quiet cat. And whenever they're well fed, she's even quieter than that. So what do you mean she cries all day? It's because she's hungry all day? Because she's not a vocal cat that talks, unless there's a reason.
Old and she's whiny. And that's...
No, she's not. She's not whiny. Sam's not even whiny. He's a quiet cat too. And Sam has gotten to attack BBJ, probably over food because you don't feed them. You don't take many trips to the pet store, Chantal. It's ridiculous. All the money you make on YouTube and you can't get a month's worth of food, so they always get fed. BBJ's an elderly cat. She's got dental problems. She can't handle the dry food. It's too hard. She needs the pate food. Why aren't you stocking up on the food she needs? You'll sit there and you'll order $200 of takeout a night, but you can't be bothered. At the same time you're ordering a Nashi or McDonald's, you can't put in an order for pet food. All you got to do is push a button, woman, and make an order.
That's it. Whatever. That's not even true. I'm confused because everyone was filming. Everyone was filming, but not everyone went after the show and called it a fatty show and was making fun of everybody and everything else. No, nobody did that. Yeah. It's not okay to harass innocent people. I still had a good time, and I'm still glad I did it. And
that's why she did it. She did it for herself. She didn't think about the other people in the show. She didn't think about the designer. She didn't care about the backlash she knew they'd be getting. And she knew they'd be getting it because everybody knew what she was going to do and where she was going to do it and when. She just cared about getting her 5 minutes of glory and screw what would happen to the designer and the other models.
I'm not going to let myself feel too bad about it.
Of course not, because you're a narcissist. You don't feel bad. You don't feel bad for the designer and all the hard work they put into their brand. You don't care about the models who were there. You care about you.
You know? A fat show? Exactly. She was making fun of the show, not just Foodie Beauty. Thought the girls would be bigger. No, I don't think it would have been publicized on YouTube if it weren't for my channel. It was such an uplifting moment. It was, yeah, I mean, it was just a fun thing to do. It's not like a super serious, you know, but I'm just not a normal YouTuber. I have to realize that. Like, I can't have nice things. People ruin it. Hi, Nat! And take the heat, yeah. They invited you knowing you were a major YouTube celebrity. I mean, yeah.
Hold on a minute. I want to address this comment. Jolly Miss Holly says, we spend a lot of time with you in your room and watching you go through a hard time right now. It was just really fun and nice to see you enjoying yourself and smiling. You know, I support Chantal getting out and doing things. But this comment that you're making, Miss Holly, about she's going through a hard time, what hard time is she going through? If she's going through a hard time, it's a hard time she's putting herself through. I think Chantal should struggle more, not less. Her self-destructive life is a result of her not struggling enough. She's not struggling enough to where it would make her want to change and be better. She needs more struggle, not less. So she's going through a hard time. How? How is she going through a hard time? She's not working a 9-to-5 job, barely making ends meet. She's on YouTube. All she has to do is make good content, and she makes doggone good money if she put the effort forth. She gets to wake up when she wants, go to sleep when she wants, eat what she wants. She's got more freedom with her life than most people have. So where exactly is her struggle? Where is her hard time? The only hard time and the only struggle that she has is when she makes upon herself. She makes her life harder than it has to be.
FFG's chat full of mean comments about the show. 3,000 losers were commenting on the beautiful ladies, and FFG did make mean comments. We all saw it. Yeah. So, basic, really? Jeez. What happened at halftime? Drive safe! I'm going up to my room. I think they're always talking about health because people in other cultures, they don't understand obesity when they come here. They're like, no fast food. But they're so abrupt too. Like, they're so like, I swear, on the menu, he's like, no fries? Okay. And me, I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure. I'm going to order when I get home.
Yeah, see, so there you are, Foodie, putting on a false version of yourself. Oh, I'm going to eat all dainty in front of you, but the moment I'm away from you, I'm going to go wild. You know, you want someone to love you, but no one's going to love you if you're not who you really are in front of them.
And if you don't like it, I'll just sleep with someone else. Capiche? Yeah, exactly, come fondue. Let's get a man who exactly likes us how we are. Baby, come home. This is your final warning. That's not a creepy song at all, Monty. For like 3 years. That's really sad. Oh well. What? He doesn't do his wife, so.
Oh, she just said it. He's married. So she's seeing a married man, and you find out in a minute that he's also got kids. This guy she's seeing. So here's Foodie. She's all up in arms. Remember her getting angry about Dee Dee, saying Dee Dee stole her man. But here she is seeing a married man with kids. Shouldn't you be keeping that same energy, Chantal? Because you're looking very hypocritical right about now.
No, not Tony. No, he said it was normal. He's allowed to sleep around when he's in. I don't know. Yeah.
Listen. He is a cheater. Of course, he's gonna say whatever it is he needs to say to get laid. That's what cheaters do. But you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Chantal? Because you're also a cheater. You cheated on Pete's. You cheated on BB. You're a sleazy cheater as well. You've cheated on 2 men. So here you are messing with a guy that's cheating on his wife. You're getting the sloppy seconds. And it's never going to lead to a ring because somebody already has the ring. So you're just getting the leftovers.
Yeah. Tara, his wife and kids are in another country. It doesn't count.
Yeah, actually it does count. Sorry. I don't care if a husband and wife live on the polar opposites of the earth. Marriage counts. Vows count. You may be telling yourself that, trying to justify what you're doing, but it does count. You can have a husband or a wife and they live on the opposite side of the earth. You're still married. You're just over there slutting around, sleeping with married men, justifying it in your head. It doesn't make it right. And I want you to remember this moment, Chantal. I want you to remember this moment right now where you're catting around with a married man. And you're over there wanting other women to stay away from whatever man you're interested in. Remember this moment where you're catting around with a married man.
Can you edit her out? I guess. You need a whistle for whenever she's stalking you. Well, I didn't know he was married.
Yeah, you didn't know, and now you know, and you're giggling about it. You're not horrified. You should be horrified. But all you care about is you got the D. You're such a thirst bucket for the D. You'll take anything that comes at you.
But, I mean, it's just his wife in the other country. It's not the same.
It is.
It's like an arranged marriage. They don't love each other. What? You hussy. Why isn't he a hussy? He's allowed to have multiple wives.
Yeah, but you'll never be one of them. Even if that's true, you'll never be one of them because he ain't marrying you. He's just sleeping with you.
Yeah, hidden agenda. Homewrecker arc incoming. Sorry, guys. Well, the way he explained it, like he's not going to see his family for. He's not like in a loving relationship with his wife.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You should not be eating the food off of somebody else's plate. But that just seems to be the Foodie Beauty brand, isn't it? You got food aggression, eating the food off of somebody else's plate, eating the food off your own plate, having no respect for what belongs to somebody else, and yet you expect other people to respect what belongs to you. If you want people to respect what belongs to you or what is yours, you have to give that same respect back in order to get it.
It's just a bit for the kids. I'm smiling because you don't understand the situation.
No, we do. He's a cheater. You're a cheater. You're running around trying to get the D wherever you can find it. You got it, or you said you got it. You're running around doing things with people you really shouldn't be touching. And if this situation really did happen and it's not a figment of your imagination, considering your lack of health and lack of hygiene, I hope his wife finds out. And I hope shit blows wide open. I hope he gets caught. That he gets exposed and he gets caught.
It sounds bad. Hey, down under. Anyways, I probably won't ever see him again anyway. So, all right, I'm going in. Different cultures. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. Like, what is this excuse of, oh, it's a different culture? You don't understand. Marriage is marriage no matter what the culture is. And he's married already. And you're not pursuing this man to get married. He got what he wanted. He split. He's going back to Toronto. It was just a booty call with a cheater.
It's a different culture thing for him. Have I learned nothing? Can we order pizza? Who's not responding? S-Jam? Where's S-Jam? Roman wanted me to go. Where are you, Roman? Messages me on Instagram. Come on my panel. Dude, I'm live. Let's go order. Yes, pot pie.
So you're going to go inside and order food. Tell me again how you're going to keep off the 50 pounds. You just ate one meal. You're about to eat another one. Tell me again how you're losing weight. Would love to know your secret.
She probably doesn't give a shit. Chantal!
So Down Under says, address being the town bike. Yeah, funny thing about that. If she's the town bike, it's the bike that nobody wants to take home and park in the garage. They leave it on the side of the road for anybody else to ride. It's the bike everybody rides, but nobody wants to own.
Chronic verbal diarrhea.
Nobody wants to claim that bike. You know where it's been.
Okay, let's go roll a big fatty, order food, and shit talk.
Okay, so that's it for the live. Let's go on to the comments. Marty Flanders says Chantal has no problem sleeping with married men that have families, but when Dee Dee stole Natter, it was a total meltdown. No awareness. Well, I guess what we can take from that is rules for me, but not for thee. Or is that the other way around? And well, regardless of that, the rules for us don't apply to her. So, she's free to bitch about whatever. But if we do it, it's wrong. Cluster Beezing says, your toxicity is a stench that will follow you forever, wherever you go, whatever you do. You created it, it is you. Yeah, she worked hard to be as toxic and vulgar as she is. She can't expect that the rest of the world is going to be cool with it, especially if they're trying to pursue a dream or have a passion or make a business. She can't expect that other people will understand and make allowances for her. Random Phil says, can you go a day without making up a story or lying to your audience? Is it that difficult? For her, it is, because she has nothing else to talk about. Natter has been gone for 2 weeks. He's not around for her to make content out of, so she's got to make stuff up. And so she does. Sunset Beat says, you go on and on about Stabby cheating on you and how Dee Dee is so disgusting knowing you were with him. So basically, you are just like her. Yeah. Pointing a finger at Dee Dee and saying she's a man stealer and she stole Natter, but yet here she is allegedly sleeping with a married man who has a family. So not holding herself to the same standard that she expects other people to have, maybe. Elizabeth says, I don't like sleeping over at guys' house. Sure. These guys don't let you sleep over. As soon as they get the money, they ask you to leave. They most likely give the I have work early in the morning excuse, even though they can't speak English, and you had to teach them to say hi, everybody. The whole speaking English thing, I don't think that's an issue. I think the issue is she was just a booty call, and as soon as the booty call happened, they kicked her out. And they told her she had to go, and so she went. Lolo says, OMG, your delusion is more delicious every single day. As I said, the vibe that I'm getting from Chantal is she knows when she moves that life is going to be completely different. So she is just running wild, doing everything she normally does because she knows soon all of that is going to have to end. If she's going to move into a house that's more expensive than the villa, she's going to have to really grind her gears to keep up with it, or she's going to be out on the street. So she's doing everything she can before that happens. Josh says she's on drugs too, the hard stuff. Shame on her. I don't know if she's on the hard stuff. I don't know if she is, but it wouldn't surprise me if she is. Let's see. Ruby Doozy says, what's that phrase? The town pump? Well, somebody already addressed that as the town bike. Fundy says, yes, there are many types of arrangements. Take Foodie and Natter. He never claimed her, never loved her, just used her for sex and money. Dee Dee is the one he wants to be with and live with. Foodie raged over nothing. Natter never loved her, just like the latest hookup's wife. Well, if Foodie is over there wanting somebody's married sloppy seconds, I guess that's all she can get. And it sounds like that is all she can get, which is a stark contrast to the image she tries to paint to the rest of us that she's a wanted woman. Yet as a wanted woman, she's over there sleeping with married men. So make that make sense. Clea Speed says, being 40 years old and having affairs with married men with kids is not cute. You couldn't keep the smile off your face like it was some sick game that you had won because in your head he chose you over his wife. You're seriously sick, and I really hope your viewers take a step back and really think about who they are supporting and her values. Yeah, that's a good point. That she's all happy that she slept with a married man, that she thinks she got the one up on the wife. No, you haven't. Because you were just somebody that he pumped into, Foodie. But if he does have a wife, he's going home to her, not you. You know, you were just borrowing somebody else's property, but you don't get to own it. Let's see. Natalie says, you knowingly slept with a married man that has kids? Holy crap. That's what she says. Don't know if it's true. Because what Foodie says and what the truth is are sometimes very different things. Everybody talking about the event and the fact that it was a public event. Let's see. So that's it for the comments. So I'm going to end it here and post the react to my channel. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. If you can, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourselves. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a most pleasant evening. Sleep well and take care. Bye-bye.